In my last video, I gave you an introduction to scaling your nonprofit. In this video, I'm going to talk about sustainable scaling and making sure any expansions you make are here to stay. We don't want you to get all excited about these expansions and end up losing progress because you don't take sustainability into account. So first, let's talk about donor retention. Cultivating existing donor relationships is actually more effective than going out looking for new donors all the time. You already know that these people believe in your mission and are willing to support it. So don't be afraid to ask them if they still want to continue supporting you. Now, the average donor retention rate is between 40 and 45% according to the Fundraising Effectiveness Project. If you want to calculate how well you're doing retaining donors, use this donor retention equation. Take the number of returning donors this year, divide it by the number of donors who gave last year, and then multiply that number by 100. How do you compare to the average? Don't feel too bad if you're not at 40 to 45% yet. We can work on that. To create a game plan to make lasting donor relationships, a lot of nonprofits reference the donor cultivation cycle, which differs slightly depending on who you ask, but here's the basic idea of it. First, identify the donors or organizations who you think would be interested in supporting you. Next, figure out if they're qualified, meaning if they are in a position to give to you. Third, cultivate your relationship with them. Build trust and educate them on your mission. Then, make the move to solicit or make the ask for donations. If they make a donation, maintain the relationship you built with them. Focus on stewardship, showing your gratitude, and updating them on what's happening with their donations. Then, repeat the cycle. Identify if they're still interested, if they are still qualified, and if they still want to give. But no matter what you do to keep a donor relationship, the reality is you're going to lose some donors and funding. The donor's own revenue can get affected by circumstances unrelated to you that make them reduce funding or cut it from you altogether. This could be due to economic downturns or a recession that affects everyone. So try not to take it personally. But there are situations like if a donor organization gets new leadership who just don't have the same values and ethics that you have, which you won't compromise for anything. So they decide to cut funding from you. You always have to be prepared to lose funding. And to do this, you have to diversify your revenue streams. Be on the lookout for new major donors, or look for new platforms to find minor donors. Look for donors from different fields and niches who might connect with different aspects of your mission. And try expanding the reach of who you're asking. Maybe there's a foreign organization who'd be interested in funding your mission as you expand. Another option to explore is earned income opportunities. This basically means making income through selling goods and services instead of through donations. You can try selling fee-based services like certification programs, for example, membership fees, merchandise like the classic t-shirt selling method, or event tickets. As a charitable person, you might be kind of hesitant to charge for these kinds of things, but you can still charge for these in an ethical way, or keep the cost of these low just to supplement the donations you're getting. Find that balance between what you're comfortable with and what you need to fund your mission. Next, plan for succession. Be prepared to replace key staff members if they leave out of nowhere so that your organization isn't panicking when there's a gap in operations. Definitely get HR to help you with this process. But the process should look something like this. 1. Identify key positions that your organization can't go without. 2. Identify potential internal candidates who can step in for key positions. 3. Develop job descriptions for key positions when you need to hire someone from either inside or outside of your organization. Define the qualifications, experiences, and skills required for each key role. 4. Create training documents or playbooks. And 5. Ask people in key positions to document their knowledge, work, and processes so that information isn't lost, which you end up losing that person. Before we end this video, I'm going to leave you with a few more tips to make your organization more sustainable. First, always be adaptable. Stay flexible, be on your toes, be on the lookout for both risks and opportunities. The most successful organizations are the ones that can adapt the best. Second, make sure your staff and boards are diverse. This can include diverse demographics, but diversity goes beyond that. It also means having people from different professional backgrounds or people with different interests or goals. Lastly, monitor your progress and impact. That way you can keep an eye on what's been helping you grow and what's a risk of bringing you down. So keep following along with my videos and going through my worksheets to find out more about scaling your nonprofit. And if at any time you need help, reach out and my team will assist in any way we can.